Tom, just talk about a couple of your players first of all. James Spruce, we've heard he scored a lot of goals and he's been called into the Welsh U19 squad. Good for him, good for the club.
Yep, great achievement for him personally. I think he's only been on their radar perhaps since the start of this season. I think he's registered through his grandparents, so it's a great achievement for him. It's a good achievement for us. We've obviously got a track record of getting lads into youth teams, especially the Welsh under-21s and 19s and so on and so forth. So it's a great achievement. It's thoroughly deserved in our opinion, the staff. As a first year, he scored 18 goals last year in the 18s league, and he scored a few for the 21s, 23s in their league. So it's thoroughly deserved. We think he's a player with real potential to hopefully the one that maybe breaks in the next few years with his attributes that he's got as a forward. So no, we're delighted with him.
An out-and-out striker, is he?
He's an out-and-out striker who can play that number 9 role really well. He's a little poacher in the box. He's got good movement off the shoulder and gets in behind well. This season he's come back in and he's shown a different side to his game in terms of back to goal. He's improved massively in his back to goal game, pinning defenders and bringing people into play. But he's also improved his link-up play. So he can now drop in and receive in between and get on the half turn and start running at people, which is where we want him and where we see him doing most damage with his attributes.
Selected for Wales, but born in Birmingham, is that right?
Yeah.
And living in Diggs in Bristol, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we got him in at 16. He was an external that we were told about at 16. We had a look at him, and within a month, I think we seen something in him that we thought we had to chuck a scholar at him. So he come in late. He's only had sort of a year and a half of full-time coaching. Never sort of been in a professional environment before. So all that raw talent he had, we had to try and nurture it in a short space of time to get him through as a scholar. And the improvements he's shown since then have been drastic. So he's living in Diggs, originally from Tamworth, but again, I think his temperament is quite flatline, so nothing really phases him. He never gets sort of flustered, or everyone gets a bit homesick, but he seems to just come in, crack on with his work, and go about his business.
I was going to say, a big change in his lifestyle and his football education, moving away from home and not being with his family, but nothing phases him, you said?
No, nothing phases him at all. On the pitch, when you watch him, his temperament's very, very base. For a forward, that's great, because if he misses chances or if he's having a bad 10-15 minutes, it doesn't seem to bother him. He gets on with the next bit of work that he has to do. And I think you find when players move away from home, it goes two ways. They get real homesick or they mature a lot. And I think with him, he's matured a great deal. He's got some good life experience living away from home. And obviously when he goes back home, it's a nice surprise for him, or it's back to normal a little bit. But again, when he's here with us, he's excellent.
Just finally on Woody, you call him, no?
Yeah, he came with that nickname, obviously for his surname Spruce. So he's labelled with Woody, and I stuck with him. Yeah.
But he's obviously on the radar of the development management team, because he, as you say, he played some under-23 games last year, or reserve games, and has he trained with them this year? Yeah,
he's played a couple of pre-season fixtures with them. We certainly think highly of him, and I know Chris and Dutch do as well. So it's hopefully, like Chris has talked about a lot about a pathway, getting lads into the first team. There's also a pathway from ourselves to Chris's squad. And he's been involved, he's been up training, he's played a couple of games, and we're hoping to push him as much as we can. And that, as long as Chris wants him, we'll keep pushing him.
I'm delighted with such a big nationality choosing me to play for their team. It'll be good for me to play with such good standard players, and really delighted.
We've got 2 games against Iceland coming up. What are you hoping to achieve out of those 2 fixtures?
Just to play well, really, impress, score goals. Probably get a few assists, hopefully. Just do my best, work hard.
Is there any players that you know in that Welsh squad already, or is it just a case of going into a new dressing room and bedding in with a new squad?
I've not know them personally, but I've heard of quite a few good players there, so hopefully I can get in with them and hopefully know them quite well.
A couple of lads here this morning were taking the mick and trying to teach you a little bit of Welsh. Will you be brushing up on your Welsh national anthem in time?
I haven't tried anything yet, but I'll have to learn later.
So looking forward to this season now, into your 2nd year here. What are your targets this season? Have you set yourself a goal target?
My goal tally hopefully in the 20 mark, and then hopefully get quite a few games for the 23s coming up. So hopefully I can get in there, score a few goals for them as well.